in the overflow room, any of you who've been in a relationship for any period of time, you know that often our greatest fights start over the smallest things. It happens because we break a rule. The Bible says that love does not keep a record of wrongs. Wouldn't that be cool? Megan and I kept a detailed record. And if you've ever had an insignificant thing turn into a giant fight, you're just as guilty. The reason that God tells us that love does not keep a record is because He knows if it does, the record will destroy us. See, Megan and I had been married about 6 years at the time. We had a lot of problems in our marriage. We were not doing it properly. A lot of wrongs. That night, it could have been anything that started the fight. It happened to have been a pretzel. But the fight quickly grew as she began to list the wrongs that I had done against her in the 6 years that we had been together. And I began to list the wrongs that she had done against me. And with every wrong that we listed, we relive that pain and that frustration and that anger. And before long, we weren't fighting over something small. We were fighting over 6 years of you are wrong. We were screaming at each other. I cussed my wife. I looked my wife in the eyes. I cussed her out. I told her she was worthless. I told her I wanted out of my marriage. She screamed at me. Eventually we screamed until we could scream no more, and we sat down. We're like, what now? And how am I supposed to just go back to the way things were before I knew how you really felt? We felt like we should try to stay together. But we worded it this way. And I don't know why, other than God showed up and gave us what we needed that night. But we worded it this way. We said if we were going to stay together one more day, we were going to have to learn to fight for each other as hard as we had just fought against each other.